like anyone else, like I would say 99% of the people love music. I love music.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was always kind of good at just picking, and even our own parties or like our house parties that we used to do and party back in high school and stuff like that. I was always just really good at picking music. And so when I was in college, again, I had I was on full ride scholarships. I had a lot of money saved up.
Yeah.
My friend started a entertainment and jumping business with the bouncy houses.
Nice.
And he's like, hey man, he's like, I need a DJ. Like, you should buy some equipment and come help me out. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I drove to California. I bought some gear, came back, and he started using me for some of his gigs. A couple weeks later, my boys found out that I was DJing or I had the gear, and they're like, hey, let's throw some house parties. So we started throwing house parties, and that kind of like led in one thing into the other. Like, I went from like kids' birthday parties and baptisms into like house parties into like sweet 16s and quinceañeras, and then eventually into the radio, and then the radio into clubs and stuff like that.
That's so cool to see like the elevation of it through the kind of the process and like the different things. And then so you did the Hookah Lounge as well. Yeah. What was kind of the story behind the Hookah Lounge?
So we would I was always like also hosting my own events and throwing my own events.
Yeah.